Are the grass types the baddest bitches in the game? Hello and welcome. Take a seat. I want to continue our conversation about my top 10 favorite Pokemon of a given type. And today I want to talk about the grass type. Grass is the second most common type, right behind the water type, with 146 grass Pokemon in the Pokedex. Elegance, natural beauty, and support specialization radiate from this type. Except maybe Tangela, which is my most hated Pokemon design ever. I mean, what even is that thing? A soot sprite with a Medusa complex? But back to my question. I really do think these might be some of the most iconic Pokemon in the game, as far as design and memorable moments go. So let's get into it. Cherum, Sunny Form. I truly wish that there was a way for the Sunny Form to always be on. She is so cute with the soft yellows and pinks and bright red cherry hair clips. I do love the contrast of emotions between the dreary design of its normal form and the cheerful optimism of its sunny form. Maybe it speaks to the growing depression rates in Japan. Or maybe I'm looking too deeply into this. Either way, she is a cutie. Number 9. Sawsbuck, specifically Spring and Autumn. I really enjoy Sawsbuck, and it might be one of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon besides Chandelure and another Pokemon on this list. I love that each form of this Pokemon is associated with a different personality. It really speaks to two things: seasonal emotions that humans experience, and more accurately, the behavior of real life deer as the seasons change. As from season to season, bucks could either be a herd of bucks or they could be fighting each other to get a female's attention. It really just depends on literally the time of year and the season. It's such a clever bit of world building that not only captures the seasons, but also how animals and people shift emotionally throughout the year. I specifically chose the spring and autumn forms as they are the best designs, and they are my favorite seasons. At number 8 is Vileplume and Blossom. This might be cheating having two Pokemon in the same ranking, but it's my list. I'll do whatever I want. And there is a reason behind this choice. During the era of Pokemon Go, Vileplume really caught my attention. I really started to appreciate its design with its short stature and big flowering hat. This was also when I really started to learn more about horticulture and came to realize how Oddish isn't an onion, but a mandrake root, which gave me a deeper appreciation for the entire line. And Blossom has been one of my favorite grass types since it premiered in Johto. The song and dance sequence in the Pokemon 2000 Pikachu short can still very easily get stuck in my head. Blossom, Blossom, Blossom. I will say it's a bit weird that Blossom loses the poison type, as its name hints at it being based on the Belladonna plant, or also known as Deadly Nightshade. But there are already 9 grass/poison type Pokemon in the game at the time of her release, so it makes a little sense to do this. At number 7 is Lilligant. I really love Lilligant's design. She really captures the elegant nature of the grass type Pokemon. And her Hisuian form also reminds me of Lilymon from the Digimon series, and I wonder if there was any actual backlash for this easily identifiable comparison upon her release. I really like the flavor text in her Pokédex entry as well, showing how difficult it can be to get some flowers to bloom, and it really ties the whole identity of the Pokemon together for me. And number 6 is Chikorita. The hate on Chikorita is so forced, especially with Ash's Chikorita being so iconic. Though I do admit the weird crush thing Chikorita had for Ash is very off-putting, but I think framing it as a highly intelligent, with its clear rivalry towards Pikachu like a sibling, and its hyperactive dog-like nature, kind of really makes it feel like that love is more of that between a pet and its owner. Also, she got biddies for days! Look at her go! And number 5 is Lurantis. Can you tell I really like these flower-based Pokemon? This is another example of elegance and badassery that the grass types are. Lurantis' design is so cool and beautiful, and it calls back to Sudowoodo, as both Pokemon pretend to be different types as form of adaptation. And the flavor text of Lurantis having blade-like petals that can cut through steel beams is so much fun. At number 4 is Flapple! I love elegance, but I also love a little derby action, and that's Flapple for you. With the addition of it being a dragon type, this Pokemon is great to have in a playthrough. I really don't know what else to say for this Pokemon, but I really, really like it. And number 3 is Leafeon. I don't think any favorites list that has the potential for an evolution on it won't have that evolution on it. So of course, Leafeon is here. I think Leafeon might be the most creative design for any of the evolutions so far. And I kind of wish that they could have used a bit of sawbug action here, with different seasons giving Leafeon different leaf colors. It would do so many dangerous things for a pink-leafed spring form of Leafeon, or a flaming maple leaf fall form. Plus, the flavor text in Leafeon's Pokédex, its ability to influence the growth rate of plants around it, make it a highly sought-after Pokemon for me, even if it is only my third favorite evolution. And number 2 is Shiinotic. I know this Pokemon is potentially dangerous to have around, but having a Pokemon that is basically a walking psilocybin dispenser is such a cool idea, and I would totally have one, as decor. No other reason. Especially with this bioluminescence. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, its design and bioluminescence is also such a great touch. It looks like an alien. But then again, so do a lot of mushrooms. It's so cleverly made, and it's such a great conceptual Pokemon. At number 1, we have my girl, Roserade. A Roserade by any other name would smell just as sweet, and be just as deadly. She has one of my all-time favorite designs. Like everyone else, I had one in every Diamond and Pearl playthrough, but she's truly earned it. I've always loved roses for their visuals, though scent-wise I'm more of a lavender or jasmine guy. Lotus flowers are also gorgeous too, though their seed pods, nightmare fuel. Anyways, to this day, I still daydream about being in the Pokemon world and how I would be some sort of like vigilante or Robin Hood style artifact thief in the Pokemon world. And Roserade would absolutely be on my heist team. That cape and mask design, she was born for dramatic rooftop battles. So, who is your favorite grass type Pokemon? And which type would you like for me to go over next?